Hey guys, my name is Devontae and I sacrifice my time so you don't have to. I'm telling you folks, this is what happens when you let politics interfere with the wrestling. This is what happens. I've been telling you guys this for the longest. Now you got people on X, now you got people on social media bitching, moaning, complaining, and groaning about the influence of the character and the imagery in itself. So, just to kind of catch you guys up on the lore, as you know, Jon Moxley right now is playing a certain character, right? It's from this movie called Rumper Stumper, some Australian classic cult thing following bullshit movie that came out in 1982, right? And apparently it was played by Russell Crowe. I know nothing of this movie. I had to go look it up to see what everyone was talking about because I knew that, there was some character that Moxley was trying to get across. I just had no clue what it was about because I heard people mostly saying that it was supposed to be based on the Nazi. I've never seen the movie before, so I can't really give my take on the movie in itself. But what I can say is that clearly it's an influence on the character that Moxley is currently playing right now. I can tell you, whatever character Moxley is playing, and that goes for any wrestler, it is simply a character. The fact that I have to explain this to professional wrestling fans in 2024 is insane, but to be fair, I expect no better and I expect no less. Now, we come to this. So, and honestly, I didn't even notice it. I didn't recognize it because I'm not an insane person. I'm not fucking terminally online. And honestly, I'm just a normal person who sees things on television and don't just reach for the fucking stars when they're given fucking subject because I'm completely politically fucking brain rotted. So, Jon Moxley last night had a bit of a segment, right? It was a private party. I talked about it. I went in detail in my Dynamite review last night. But essentially, it involved him and the rest of the BCC beating the dog shit out of Private Party. Typically, we would call this in wrestling getting heat, because Private Party are this thing called baby faces, meaning protagonists, meaning heroes. And Jon Moxley at the moment with the rest of the BCC are heels, antagonists. They're the bad guys. So they beat up the good wrestlers so they get a lot of interest built into whatever they're doing. So when they go up against more threats, it's more of a promise that they're going to get beat, and then you consistently watch to maybe see them get beat or their comeuppance. That's called professional wrestling. That's called storytelling. Leaving it up to some of these Nimrods, oh boy. And I'm gonna call them out. I don't give a shit. Most people are like, Devontae, no, fuck this. Usually I don't like to expose people as far as reading their names on Twitter. No, you guys deserve this. I mean, I get it. You're not. In the end of the day, are there public figures in the sense that they are promoting something or they have a channel? No, but you put your tweet out there, so therefore, no. You say stupid shit, so I'm gonna call you out for the stupid shit that you say. So this guy, Powerful King, he goes, and this is on X, his name is Powerful King. He goes, by the way, listen to the name, Powerful King, just told you already. This is not a good look. It's not a good look. Now, mind you, I want you guys to picture Jon Moxley. I want you to picture Cesaro, and I want you in your mind, as far as what I'm telling you in regards to the characters that they're portraying at the moment, are carrying out, beating up Private Party. What do you think Powerful King is alluding to? Could it be racism? Racism! This is insane. This is insane. He's calling him racist. And mind you, this isn't the first time I've seen comments like this. So, if you don't know, let me just say it outright. Jon Moxley is apparently, essentially, for the most part, again, I didn't see the Russell Crowe movie, but essentially, from what I'm seeing, he's portraying a skinhead, right? Or at the very least, he resembles a skinhead. We can go that far, right? But clearly, Jon Moxley isn't a racist. Clearly, his character isn't racist. How do I know that Jon Moxley's character and the rest of the BCC aren't racist? Because they targeted Bryan Danielson. Oh, My God. Oh my God. This is what, bro, folks, this is where we're at with the race baiting nowadays. This is where we're at. But you think that's it? No, 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 no. It gets better. It gets better. There are more people talking about this, bro. While and by the way, this dumb fuck, his name is a Chief Rocka, 5 deuce 4 tray 7. Oh God, 5 deuce 4 tray 7. So we got a gang member trying to talk about what is acceptable and what isn't uncomfortable, right? A guy with a name representing a fucking gang is gonna fucking tell me what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. Fucking get the fuck out of here. He says, while the idea of Moxley leading a more brutal BCC is an interesting concept, the execution of this so far has been uncomfortable and tone-deaf, mostly because of the Aryan Brotherhood imagery and language. The long beatdown on Private Party felt like we were witnessing a hate crime! A hate crime! Ah! A hate crime! Never mind the fact that he beat the dog shit out of fucking Bryan Danielson. So, just to reiterate, really quick. So, as far as wrestlers are considered, I have not yet seen the BCC target anyone besides Danielson and Private Party. But even then, if you want to talk about the geeks, the security guards, the nerds that they've been fucking demolishing backstage, I can guarantee you if we run back that footage, 90, maybe even 95% of them are white. I've never really known the Blackpool Combat Club, or in particular, I've never known skinheads to go after fellow whites. I know, that's crazy, right? These people are insane, bro. They're insane. They're fucking insane. And bro, look at this motherfucker. This guy's name's Dizzy Daniels. Yo! Moxley quotes a skinhead movie and then Hitler and now targeting minorities. This is so tone deaf. Mind you, oh no, bro, no. You know what? No, you're gonna be my thumbnail. Fuck you, bro. You are just such a caricature. I'm saving your picture. You're gonna be my thumbnail. Hell no, hell no, hang on. No, you gonna be my thumbnail, bro. You just a perfect representation of everybody that fits this fucking, man, bro, this shit is so cringe. They're so fucking cringe right now. I swear to God, bro. Oh man, but this is what's going on right now. Everybody is calling Jon Moxley stable racist. Everybody is calling Jon Moxley a Nazi. Now, may I remind you guys that when you look at the things that Jon Moxley supports, whether it's women, you know, like Marina Shafir and his group, whether it's going out of his way to do some of the gayest shit ever, may I remind you of Effie. You don't know who Effie is? Type in Effie and Jon Moxley, you'll know what I'm talking about. Jon Moxley is not a racist. This is a character. I know you guys are retarded and you may take things out of context purposely. Here's the thing. You might be thinking to yourself, are these the only 3 tweets? No. I just segregated those 3 tweets because I wanted to just kind of get some of the worst ones that I've seen so far. And there's plenty of more. There's plenty more. There's actually articles talking about this at the moment. Actually, there was a Reddit post. Let me see if I can find that Reddit post. Hang on for a second. This is some of the most craziest shit. Hang on for a second. Here, check this out. This is coming from a Redditor, bro. This is so great. And mind you, this is the fucked up part about it. This is supposed to be our Jim Cornette. Check this out for a second. I know Moxley is an idiot, but he can't be this fucking stupid, can he? It's really fucking gross to watch Jon Moxley get all this praise for cosplaying and outright quoting a neo-Nazi character. This whole thing began when Alvarez said that this was what Moxley is basing his new character on, which, by the way, now that I know that Alvarez is the one that actually said this, I'm starting to question whether or not this is legitimately what Jon Moxley is even cosplaying, but I digress, though. Oh man, I truly, what do they say? I trust dipshit writers about as much as I can throw them, but I asked a friend who's actually seen the movie if he can see any comparisons between the movie and Moxley's new gimmick. He says it's 100% the same thing. I'm not saying Moxley has any racist beliefs, because he doesn't, you fucking retard. But why would you choose Rumper Stumper as your inspiration for a wrestling gimmick in today's political climate? And why would he think this is a good idea? How does no one else that works there thinks not to speak up about how dumb this is? Oh God, if people start quoting Nazi fascist rhetoric because they think Mox's gimmick or group are badass heels, this is just gonna blow up in everyone's face. Folks. This guy is the... Okay, we gotta keep reading. If his only reasoning for choosing this inspiration because he thinks it's badass and dope, John, there is nothing badass about Nazis. I don't care if you personally liked the movie or found the character to be intriguing, but there is nothing badass about fucking Nazis. I don't get it. This man is a father to a little girl and works with POC and LGBTQ plus people. Do better. So shouldn't that outright tell you? If you really... I gotta stop here for a second because this person, he's giving me a hemorrhage. He's giving me a brain hemorrhage. So if you know for a fact that this is what John Moxley works with, you know his actual real life character, then why the fuck would you take the character that he's playing on television, which you have no idea what the inspiration happens to be? This will be like you legitimately going after a director for writing a character inside of a play. Oh my God, bro. Not to mention, you know what I love when I hear people talk like this? Knowing today's political climate. Okay, but it's cool for you guys to consistently have to push your POC LGBTQ plus bullshit, right? You don't care about the political climate. What you care about is people who push up against your policies and your politics within the political climate. This is so insane. I hate when they say that shit too, this political climate. It's not a political climate that's fucked up, bro. It's you and the people around you that's fucked up. Why do they consistently get to push their politics, but whenever someone does something a little bit edgy, it's automatically the political climate? Well, you weren't bitching about the political climate when you were going around pushing LGBTQ bullshit, bro, right? So why the fuck does it matter now? It's the double standard, bruh. But even worse, you recognize that this man is affiliated with that group in regards to what he supports, and you still try to make him out to be a racist? You tell him to do better because you disagree with the character that he's playing on television, which, by the way, the impression has nothing to do with the goal because he's quoting neo-Nazis. Okay, so in that case, then go after CM Punk. In his goddamn theme song, it literally goes, like Mussolini. Do you go after him? Huh? Like, come on, bro. They pick and choose what the fuck they care about. But we gotta finish reading this, though. Look, I'm all for using movies for inspiration for your wrestling gimmick, but in what fucking world do you think using this in 2024 for a wrestling gimmick is a good idea? Why do you think no one's used American History X in the last 20 years? Because it's a fucking stupid idea. No, it's not a fucking stupid idea. You just conflate your politics too fucking much with professional wrestling, and you yourself can't just have this mindset of knowing that what you're seeing is a character and how it should play out. You don't even know. Let's hypothetically say that John Moxley is playing a racist gimmick. Let's just say he is playing a Nazi gimmick. Who's to say that someone like a Nyla Rose or any of your other LGBT people like Anthony Bowen won't go at John Moxley and beat the dog shit out of him, getting the conclusion that I would think you would want as far as representation for whatever movement that you're representing at that moment. But they don't think too far out ahead. Who's to say Private Party as the black group is not going to come back and beat the dog shit out of John Moxley in this group? Who's to say Source Strickland won't beat the dog shit out of John Moxley's group? Who's to say Ember Moon won't come up to the main roster and beat the dog shit out of Marina Shafir? You don't know any of this, but you take the impression because of the movie that is being influenced by, and you automatically try to represent it based off of your own politics, never mind what it's actually trying to produce, and never mind anyone else who finds this gimmick interesting and the story interesting, because yeah, maybe it might have, and here's the thing, even if it has roots as far as its influence from Nazi whatever, he's not a fucking real Nazi, you dumb bitch. Oh my God. And look what else says. There are plenty of other movies or characters that are villains that aren't fucking Nazis to take inspiration from. Yeah, and guess what? Those people, they sound very boring. And here's my thing also. How many people in some of these superhero movies, for an example, from my understanding, there's a lot of superhero movies that are influenced by fascists. There are a lot of superhero movies who are influenced by outright totalitarians. There are a lot of movies who are influenced by Hitler in regards to the Nazi Party when trying to figure out how to be the most gravely immoral person in the fucking world. You dipshits. You think fucking villains are influenced by today's villains? Influenced by people that you want to call villains? Holy shit. Sometimes you should not let some people in wrestling be creative, and sometimes you should keep some ideas in your head and not tell them what you want. Oh my god, this guy's he's so terminally online, and not tell them you want to do a fucking Nazi character in 2024. Final notes: the dipshit who wrote the gross and disgusting Katie Vick storyline pitched that Heidenreich be a frozen Nazi, unthought and managed by Paul Heyman, who is Jewish. Once Vince McMahon just stood up and left the creative meeting. If a Nazi character is too much for that rapist, racist Vince fucking McMahon 20 years ago, what does that say about your company? Tony, be a fucking boss and learn to fucking say no. There's a fucking reason why Nazi characters were used mainly in the old territory days and not in the modern world of wrestling, because pussies like you determined that this is not a good thing to portray on television, as if it has any effects on people's personal lives. Oh my god, bro. I swear to God, shame on Jon Moxley for even thinking this was a good idea for a character. Shame on Tony Khan for even greenlighting this idea, and shame on anyone at AEW for telling Mox and Tony for not telling Mox what a stupid fucking idea this is. You know what I love about the actual people who consistently call out, Marxists, or, I love the Marxists, and I love the people who love to call everybody fascist. I love how their way of calling people fascists is condemning others for not telling the fascists to shut up. How fucking hilarious is that, bruh? How fucking, he's a Nazi! And I don't like his portrayal on television, so get him off my television. Not you just turning the fucking channel because you're that much of a pussy. How many times have I been told, Devontae, if you don't like the show, then turn the channel? But whenever it happens to even slightly go towards your politics, then automatically it's, well, you should have turned the channel. You know what I love also? Because I guarantee you, just looking at the person's profile picture, how many people, and then look, I don't give a shit about all the stuff that's happening currently in the world. I mean, I'll give my perspective on it just because I have a take. It's not as if I actually give a fuck, because I live in America and I kind of like living my own life, and I kind of like don't give a fuck about other people's lives. But I do find it fucking funny how all the time these people will constantly call people Nazis and shit like that. I mean, I just want to understand, is Nazi just like a claim all for everything that does not fit your ideology? Because when I think of Nazis, I think of Hitler. When I think of Hitler and I think of Nazis, I think of people who are systematically exterminating certain groups, right? Outright. I love how they pick and choose every other group, but the main group that the Nazis go after, they don't talk about. Instead, they just, free Palestine to the river, to the shit. As if they themselves aren't doing the exact same thing the Nazis were doing. And you guys are so insane. You guys are so pathetic, bro. Oh my god. No, Jon Moxley is not a racist. No, Jon Moxley, even if he is playing influence from a fucking Nazi gimmick, you don't know what's the end goal to all this. Not to mention, you don't know what he took in regards to the influence as far as the Nazi movie is considered. You just run your fucking mouth because you want a virtue signal and you want to see yourself as a martyr, bringing up the injustice of professional wrestling, playing fictional characters on television. As if you boycott your favorite fucking movie, or boycott your favorite television show, or boycott your favorite comic book character. If you don't like the gimmick, that's one thing. But hate it for the actual right reasons. Anyone would hate something on television without being a complete fucking lunatic. It's boring, right? That would be one reason not to like something. Well, I think that they don't know what the fuck that they're doing, and they're starting to tread water with me. That's another reason. You yourself think they're inconsistent with the character, and you yourself can't relate to him. That's another reason. Not the thing that he's trying to portray as fake. I don't like it because of the thing he's trying to portray, which is fake. Because I'm a dumbass. Okay. AEW fanboys, Tony Khan, I want you to realize that this is the community that you created for yourself. You brought these lunatics into your circle. You brought these Hassan Piker fans into your group. You brought these losers into your vicinity. And now you have to deal with the fucking consequences. Now, if you were just doing this outright to begin with, then maybe no one would have problems with it because they would have knew where you stood, and maybe they wouldn't have even fucking resided within your goddamn audience space, consistently asking for things that have nothing to do with, building up a story or building up a character that isn't super fucking cliche, tripe, and fucking, call me crazy, stagnant. Now they just consistently want fucking wrestling, but then when you get something slightly fucking interesting going on with a character, automatically, because it has portrayals of things that I don't like, that we have to circumvent as if it didn't never happen about 40 or 50, 89, 60, 100 billion years ago. You deserve this, honestly. That's all I got to say about this. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below in regards to how you feel about the portrayal of Jon Moxley's new gimmick and how people are starting to relate and react to his fucking gimmick in regards to legitimately taking it and outright misinterpreting everything without knowing the context in regards to what Jon Moxley is trying to put across. I can't believe you have me defending Jon Moxley right now. That is not right. It's fucking insane. But it's 2024 and we're seeing a bunch of things that just are, I guess, fucking insane, right? Let me get the fuck up out of here. I'll be catching you guys later. And a deuces and a P-eyes.